There came a time whereby towards the end, after 2 years and more of Jesus' ministry, there came a time whereby Jesus kept talking about, he's going away, time is soon to be up, and I'm going to be crucified. And he says the opportunity is now. And these two are great men already now. In fact, they have climbed up even in the religious ladder. Though not specifically, but they have climbed up the religious ladder because of all the 12 disciples. Bible always talks about 3 men. What are the names? Peter, James, and John. Everywhere. The 3 closest individuals to Jesus. Peter, James, and John. So James and John, these 2 brothers, are the top 3 among the rest of the 12 already. But yet top 3 is not enough. Top 3 is not good enough for a mother. The mother always wants the child to be number 1. Isn't that all mothers want? You're the A class. Oh, very good. But you think that it satisfies mothers A class only? The mother wants you to be number 1 of the A class, if that's at all possible. Okay? So it says that you have to, and Jesus talked about he's going away soon, no time is up, and we all feel it. And so Mrs. Zebedee and James and John came to Jesus, and when they saw Jesus, first of all, hey, boys, kneel. They were coming. Okay, we all kneeling. It says, what do you want? Jesus asked them, Lord, will you just ask of you, when you come in the kingdom, can you let my son James or John sit either on your right hand or your left hand side? Doesn't matter what, but as long as number 1, number 2, we'll be okay. Please. I'll be the first to ask you, please. So the mother came and asked. Now, hear this. Jesus did not rebuke them for the mother's request. He just says that turn their passions the right way and dealt with the motives. It says who sit on my right and left is not determined by me, but it's determined by my Father who's going to choose the person. And later on, obviously the rest of the disciples got word of it, and it says don't be like the Gentile rulers and the authorities who lord it over people, but if you want to be the greatest, be the servant, be the first, you must become the slave. Now I won't go into that, but I just want to show you the mother's heart. A mother's heart who wants the very best for his son. She has got an understanding on spiritual things. That when the children serve God and begin to be involved in ministry, she is not going to discourage them. She is not going to pour cold water and say, don't do it because it takes a lot of practices. It is don't go to church so often. You join these youth. They come for practice on the Saturday, they come for practice on Friday. They come for practice for any day one. And don't join them. Don't join them. No. This mother says, it's good. You're mixing with the right people. You're serving the Lord. Keep your attitude right. Glorify God. And in fact, it says not only that. Son, perhaps, when you grow up, who knows? You may be the pastor of Praise City Church. I ask you, why not? It is better to leave it to someone who has grown up in a church than pass it to someone else, if you ask me, because you've grown up in this church. Why not? Are we going to have mothers who says, oh God, my son is in my hands. You have given me and to take care of him. God, for the destiny of this nation. Father, if this is a son who has a calling to be an evangelist, Lord, help me to raise this son and raise up the next Billy Graham for our generation. Raise up the next Reinhard Bonnke. Raise up the next John Wesley. Raise up the next Charles Finney. Do we have a mother in our church here who will say, oh God, I want my son to serve you and to serve you well and be the leader of the next generation? Such was Mrs. Zebedee. She didn't even talk about, I wanted to be the best lawyer, not just only the best scientist or the best, architect or the best, businessman or the best this or the best that. He says, I want you to be the best minister of the living God. I pray that there will be some of you who would dare to pray that prayer.